Hey there, everybody. Welcome. No. Sorry. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. If you're coming to this reading, not live, go down below. All the timestamps will be below this video. I forgot to say that this is a video for tomorrow, the 22nd. Or if you're watching this on the 22nd, this will be for the 22nd. But JC, hello. Between Two Worlds, hello. And Karen, welcome. And Anne, hello. Anita's Desk, hello. And welcome to everybody else. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. Karen, hello. Other Karen. Courtney, hello. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it as well. And Huda, hello. We are going to answer some questions, and then we're going to get started, of course. Let me just fix the chat real quick. I was knowing because it deleted the super chats again. I wish YouTube keeps telling me there's no problem, but clearly there's an issue. But anyway, let's get started. Rob, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what do I need to know for the rest of the week? You have the Fool. I feel like it's time to take a leap of faith. Yeah, the Lovers. This is actually pretty good. This could be like a new path for you, Rob, or some sort of new opportunity coming in for you. The Fool is like taking a leap of faith or like jumping towards something new. And the Lovers, to me, is like a new path. So love it, Rob. Leanne, thank you for the super chat. You say cards for making the most of the next few days. You have the Five of Wands here and the Knight of Swords. The Five of Wands to me is a card of conflict and competition, but as far as like making the most, since your question is very specific, which is like making the most of the next few days, Five of Wands to me would actually be creativity or focusing on creativity. It could also be learning as well. I always say these people are not fighting, they are training. They are kind of like going through a learning process. The Five of Wands can also represent something that is like immature or something that needs to be developed more. So this could be like an idea you have. It could be maybe you're like working on your health, or maybe you're working on something else. The Five of Wands just says work on something. And the Knight of Swords is like quick progress. So I feel like you'll be making quick progress. I like it. That looks good. Lonnie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, is Muda in love with me? You have the Seven of Wands here, the Eight of Swords. This is like stuck energy. Yeah, I would actually say yes, even with that Eight of Swords, because Eight of Swords is just like bondage. It's almost like the devil. That's not 100% accurate tarot, but I read intuitively anyway. And so I would say, yeah, I feel like there's love here, but this is like a very withdrawn energy. So for the next steps, you have the Star. Yeah, I would like the Star is like kind of like having hope, number one, which to me I don't really feel like is a good. I don't think that's like a good option. But to me, this could also just be recovery. So it could be like recovering the relationship or building it up to something new. Ortiz, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, mother-in-law coming home tomorrow, still mad at her. Cards. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, Ten of Wands. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like terrible, Ortiz, but the Nine of Pentacles is like card of independence, so maybe you'll just be spending time away from her. And the Ten of Wands is a card of burdens or dealing with some burdens, so probably just her being a burden, right? Seven of Swords, I would just like, this is like fears, but it kind of says like, be careful. It doesn't really say be careful, it just says avoid the typical things that cause problems. I don't know, I feel like things will be fine though, overall. Between Two Worlds, thank you for the super chat. You say, is it over for good? You have the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I would say yes. The Queen of Cups to me is a change of direction, a love, if I'm being honest. And the Eight of Wands to me is a card of a conclusion. So I'd say yes with those cards, if I'm being honest. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, I find my roommate hard to read. We almost never talk. I was a bit stressed today and texted an apology, but he did not reply. Are things okay? Oh, yeah, I would say yes. You have the World here, the Nine of Swords, just temporary. The World is like, something coming to an end. Nine of Swords, worries, fears, but still just a temporary situation. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I would say yes. I feel like things are fine for you here, JC. Magician says use your powers of manifestation to kind of like smooth it over, but still good. Between Two Worlds, I have to go backwards. Between Two Worlds, hold on one second. Virgo left, perfect. I think we're all caught up in here. Between two worlds, you say card for the upcoming week. You have the Empress, very attractive at this time, and I feel like you've had this card with me before, like several times. Card of abundance and success and like good things coming in for you, and it's also just a card of like just good stuff. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. I like it. Virgo Love, thank you for the super chat. For the weekend, you have the Tower here and the Death card. Could be like some sort of transformation is what I would say to you here, just going through a change. I always say like the Tower doesn't have to be that bad of a card. It can just represent some sort of change or going through a change or going through kind of like moving on to something new. And that's kind of like the feeling I have for you here, is that this could just represent some sort of change. The thing I always say, here's the other thing about the Tower that I feel like nobody even talks about, is that the next card in is the Star right after the Tower. It's like you have the Tower moment, but there's immediately hope, renewal, resting, relaxing, new growth coming in like right after the Tower. So if you've had a Tower moment, it's like the next card is the Star, things are going to be improving. So I don't even think it's that. I feel like you're just going through a transformation, plain and simple. So, love it. San, thank you for the super chat. Card for the rest of May. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Love it. Definitely success here. Yeah, this is like success and a celebration coming in for you. Happiness and probably like reasons to celebrate as well, San. So, love it. I like it. I feel like that's really good for you. San, I answered. Laura, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Should I quit my internship and work on my project? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you could, is what I'd say here. Knight of Pentacles is like saying that it's going to take time. So, keep that in mind, of course. The Nine of Cups is a wish, but Knight of Pentacles is working straight forward towards like an end point. Knight of Pentacles to me is a card of faith. It's a card of like unwavering belief. He picks an end point and he works straight towards it. He accomplishes his goal, no matter how slow or how long it takes. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say there. But yeah, I would say yes, for sure, with these cards. I feel like those are really good cards for you. So I like it. Anita's desk, it is possible that I missed her, so let me just go back here. Anita's desk, sorry about that. Thank you for the super chat. You say, what do I need to know for next week? You have the Page of Pentacles. Pretty good card for work, Anita's desk. So this could be very good for kind of like working on things, obviously, or putting in the work into projects. To me, this is a card of like needing to get started as well. I like the Page of Pentacles for like the beginning of projects or starting things or starting new things as well. So really good for starting something here or putting the work into something. Yeah, 6 of Wands, success. I feel like there's like success coming in for you. I like it. Haley, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say cards for love and career, please. For love, you have the Ten of Pentacles here, and this is good for career as well. But for love, Ten of Pentacles is like having everything you want. So to me, Ten of Pentacles is really good for love, and it can represent like love coming in. But to me, it's like a card of dating. For career, you have the Strength card, and you say here, please, for any changes. And the Strength card doesn't really represent change, but it could represent being patient for something new. I know this could be a career change. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So there could be some sort of change coming in for you in career or just growth coming in for you with the Seven of Pentacles. Pisces is living her best life. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will Leo's Secret come out soon? Nine of Wands, probably, I would say not. Nine of Wands is just too closed off of an energy. It's a card of defensiveness, It can represent being defensive or someone who is defensive, more or less. And so, yeah, I mean, I would say probably not. Four Wands is a good card, though, so, can represent marriage and things being fine. So, I mean, is there even a secret, is what I would say, or maybe it's just not a big deal. Maybe it is, I don't know. And you say, in cards for the weekend, you have the Three of Swords, Justice card. I mean, this could be the truth. Or this could be some sort of truth coming out. Like I said, the Nine of Wands is like a card of defensiveness, so I guess really it doesn't mean that they're, whatever they're holding back, it doesn't mean that it won't come out. It just is a card of defense. They, could come out, and they're just defensive. This looks like the truth. Three of Swords to me is always like emotional, so I always say, Three of Swords to me doesn't necessarily represent a breakup or anything like that. To me, it just represents, kind of like, The Three of Swords can represent sadness or kind of like emotions, but you have the Justice card here, so like more balance. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there's like a turnaround here, good things coming in. This is a card of luck and good things coming in for you. It's also a card of like you being on your path to your personal vision in life. So yeah, it's a really good card. Kelly Parks, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Any love offers or coming, please? Both these cards are like you needing to get out there or put yourself out there, so I'd say yes. Eight of Pentacles just says you have to put in the work, meaning you have to work to get the love offers, like just putting yourself out there. And the Two Wands, taking the lead, so again, putting yourself out there, so putting yourself on dating sites and all that other stuff, so I would say yes, but I feel like you have to obviously put yourself out there. Between Two Worlds, thank you for the super chat. Did he ever love me? I would say yes. I mean, it's not really a card of love necessarily, but yeah, I feel like there was desire there, genuine desire and love. So I would say yes. Angie, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say yes on the new job. You have the Temperance card. This is patience, the moon. So the moon is a card of like needing to face some sort of fear. I would say yes. You have the Page of Cups as well here, Angie. Angie is like, the Page of Cups is a card of accepting an offer. So I would say yes, for sure. And you say have toxic home life leave. Yeah, I feel like there will be improvements for you. Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. So I would say yes, for sure. I feel like you should accept it. No doubt about it. Courtney, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will transitioning to my next career be a struggle? Nope. Sun, best card in the deck, Courtney, and a card of happiness and celebrations. Good news, good things coming in. So I would say nope with this card. Very good. Rome, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say love cards for me, Cassandra. You have the Two of Cups. Perfect match coming in for you here. So I like it. You do have the Four of Cups here, but Two of Cups is like a perfect match. Four of Cups just could say you manifested this relationship into your life. You know, Four of Cups is just simply a card of manifestation or kind of creating something in your life. So yeah, I feel like you just manifested this here is what I'd say to you, and I like it. So that looks good. Look, Ace of Wands, a lot of passion, a lot of desires here. So I feel like this could go very well for you. Rome, I like it. Hold on one second, everybody. I gotta fix something here. Something's not right. All right. That looks better. Oh, I know what the problem is. There we go. All right. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hold on one second, everybody. Oh my God. There we go. All right. JC, just a few random cards for the next few days. You have the Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Progress is what I'd say here. Six of Pentacles to me can be a little bit slow, but to me it's still a card of success. To me it can be a card of like giving and receiving as well. That's definitely popping into my head, and success. And the Three of Pentacles to me is like a card of teamwork and a card of like collaboration. It's also a card of quality as well. So I just feel like improvements in quality of life. So I don't know what that means, but I like it. Carolina, thank you for the super chat. You say new career. Yes, definitely. Queen of Pentacles to me is the crossroads. Carolina, to me, the Queen of Pentacles, you know, means all the things that the Queen of Pentacles means. Resourcefulness, finding resources. You know, it's a card of even fertility and can be a card of abundance as well. But to me, it's also a card of picking a new path, starting something new. So to me, it literally can be a card of a new career or a new job or something along those lines. So yes, definitely. Ninja, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Work cards for the next week. You have the Hierophant here, Five of Cups. This is like things maybe not being perfect is what I'd say to you, Ninja. This can represent like regrets or feeling like you're not being appreciated with the Five of Cups. The Hierophant is like probably by bosses or probably by the certain expectations that the people you work with have. So, you know, there could be, that's where like the disappointments and things like that could come in here with the Five of Cups. So maybe feeling a little bit underappreciated, not gonna lie. Again, so that's why it's there. But I feel like things will change in the future. But that's that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to get started right now. And we are going to start with Aries. Aries, we are using the Deviant Moon Tarot. And I did grab the wrong deck, but we're going to go with it. We're going to go with this is the Animal Oracle, or the Animal Spirit Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. as well. So we'll go with it, and we'll use that tonight. But Aries, let's see what we have for you. Aries, you have the brown bear spirit. This card says take time out. So I feel like some of you could be taking a break here, or maybe you just need a break in general with these cards that you have here. So I feel like some of you could be just taking a break here. For some of you, I feel like this is just to gain clarity in your life. So I feel like some of you could just be like wanting to gain clarity or wanting to gain some answers here. For others, like I feel like this is talking about taking a step back from things that you're dealing with over the next day or so. I feel like it's like longer than a day. I feel like this energy is asking you to focus on things for longer than a day. And I feel like it's because of this card here, Aries, the moon. The moon to me can mean a lot of things, but also to me can represent needing to trust your intuition. So I feel like some of you just need to trust your intuition at this time, or kind of like listen to your inner voice with this card, Aries, and I feel like that will kind of lead to a certain truth. Like the moon in reverse can actually represent the truth coming out. That's what's popping into my head. As many of you know, I don't read reversals. I read intuitively, and but it is popping into my head in reverse, which is weird. So that could represent the truth. The other thing that I will say about the moon in reverse is that the moon in reverse can also represent dreams. It can represent messages coming to you in your dreams, and I feel like there's a lot of like messages going on here, Aries. You have the Page of Swords as well. I'm even getting the word messages on this card, so I feel like some of you could be getting like messages. A lot of people read this card as like spying and spies, or people spying on you and all this other stuff, but guess what? The Page of Swords is also a card of the truth, so I feel like for some of you, this whole reading is just talking about the truth, or a truth coming out for you. For others, I feel like you're just getting a lot of answers in your dreams. So I feel for a lot of you that there could be a lot of information coming in your dreams, or like your daydreams or something like that. For others, I do feel like there's a need for you to like keep people out of your business. So I don't really feel like this is spying, but I feel like it's one of those things where maybe there are people in your life or around you where if they have the opportunity to spy, or if they have the opportunity to get all up in your business, or if you tell them something about yourself, that they could use that to their own advantage or whatever. I would just be careful with sneaky people is what this is saying. But that's that. I like it. There you go, Aries. Thank you, Aries. Taurus. Let's see. Taurus, you have the Vulture Spirit. This is like my favorite card in this deck, I think. The Vulture Spirit is a card of kind of like saving your energy and using your energy wisely. Vultures kind of just soar on the thermals in the air, as I always say. And to me, it's a card of just kind of like saving your energy and knowing when to use your energy as well. It also kind of represents the resourcefulness as well, because it's a card of being able to do a lot with very little. So I feel like a lot of you, there are a lot of opportunities for you to stretch yourself, or I feel like you could be stretching your resources or stretching things you have. I feel like for a lot of you, it's probably to start something or to have some sort of new beginning. And I don't think this is like necessarily just starting a new job, for example, Taurus. I feel like this could be like moving. So it could be that type of new beginning. It could be to meet someone new in love. It could be to travel as well. So I feel like some of you are just kind of like stretching your energy here. I also like this because, again, I feel like it says you have a lot more inside of you, like energy wise. So I feel like a lot of you have a lot more energy than you realize. I feel like some of you might be drawing on that energy to finish things up, but I feel like it'll lead to a lot of success. So love it. Next, you have the Seven of Swords here. I feel for some of you that this could be, like, I feel like this is saying don't run away from something is what's popping into my head. I don't think it's talking about love. Again, I feel like what's popping into my head is one of my favorite people to listen to of all time is a guy named David Goggins, and he's just a crazy person, but amazing. And he always says when you think you're done, you're really only like 70% done. I think that's that's basically what he says. So he says when people quit, really they probably have like 30% more energy left inside them, and that's kind of what I'm getting here with the vulture spirit in this card. I feel like it's saying like don't give up on something too quickly. I feel like I said something similar to you last night as well, Taurus. I feel like you need to keep pushing. So I would say keep pushing with this card. I also do feel like I feel like you have this Four of Pentacles here. I would just be careful of like your debit card or your wallet and things like that tomorrow. Again, I don't like delivering scary messages or anything like that. To me, that's not the point of the tarot. Again, people always tell me how I'm too positive and all this other crap, but I'm always like, number one, come here at 5 o'clock and watch me crush people's relationship dreams every single night, where I tell people their ex isn't coming back. That's not very positive. Number two, to me, the tarot can't control your life, so it's not positive or negative. It's just advice, which most people say tarot shouldn't be used for advice, but really, that's exactly what it is. So, yeah, that's what I say there. But again, not trying to scare anybody, right? So what I would say here is I feel like it's saying be careful of your wallet. Be careful of like where you use your debit card, things like that, just for tomorrow. You have that Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is theft and betrayal. The Four of Pentacles is like holding on to your money. So I would just be careful kind of like where you leave your wallet, or I would just make sure you just don't leave your wallet somewhere, is what I feel like this is saying. Four of Pentacles in the reverse is a card of bankruptcy, which is what's popping into my head here as well, Taurus. And so I don't really feel like this is talking about bankruptcy. I don't think you're necessarily going bankrupt. I feel like it's just saying be careful with where you put your wallet. Be careful with where you put your money and like all this other stuff. So that's what I'd say to you here. So I like I said, no need to be paranoid, but just be careful of that. So there you go. Thank you, Taurus. Really appreciate it. All right, Gemini. Gemini, you have the Rhino Spirit. I like this card too. So this card here is a card, it says overcome any obstacle. To me, it is a card of overcoming obstacles, but to me, it's also a card of like thickening your skin or getting a thicker skin or kind of becoming stronger in some way. So I feel like for some of you that this is saying that you need to, that your skin, I feel like it is saying your skin is becoming thicker. So it's like maybe at work you used to be scared to stand up for yourself, but maybe now you're more comfortable. I do feel like there's something about comfort popping into my head here, only with this card. Your other two cards don't really are not really making sense to me. They're not really fitting in with this card here energy wise. So I feel like this could just be saying that some of you are becoming more comfortable. I feel like you're becoming more bold as well here, Gemini, and I feel like it could just be leading to growth or overcoming obstacles. Next, you have the Page of Cups. I feel like this could be new love coming in for some of you. So obviously, if you're looking for new love, you have the Page of Cups and you have the Six of Swords as well. And so I feel like some of you could be moving towards someone new with these cards. I feel like for others that this could be, I feel like this could be you kind of like learning something about love is what's popping into my head. That's why I'm pausing, because I feel like some of you could be doing that. It's like you're learning about something having to do with love, or you're learning about the process of love or something. As always, to me, the pages represent being studious as well. They represent being learning or just going through a learning process. And that is popping into my head. For some of you, I do feel like you could be, it's popping into my head as bratty children or difficult children are popping into my head. So I don't think these are your children, Gemini. So it's a very weird message that I'm getting off of this card. But I feel like you could be dealing with like someone else's children or something like that, and I feel like they could be difficult. I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you're getting together with a person, maybe you're meeting their children and they're being bratty. I'm not sure. But what I will say is I feel like it's going to improve. You have the Six of Swords. So I feel like also saying, the other thing is I'm just getting the word immature with the Page of Cups. So I feel like it's saying like the real message, Gemini, that I'm getting is that I feel like it's saying don't judge something on kind of like the first impression. I don't think this is a bad thing. I just feel like you could be almost kind of like getting the wrong first impression on a situation. For some of you, it could be meeting someone's kids. That's such a specific message. Whenever I get messages like that, I'm always like, well, it's probably for like one person that's watching me. It's just too specific, So that's what I'd say there. Maybe it's for 10 of you. I don't know. But like I said, it's pretty specific. For others, I feel like it's just saying don't like judge and like a kind of like too soon on something. I feel like something like that came up in your weekly reading as well, Gemini, which is pretty weird. I'm not sure if it was you or it might have been Aries. I can't remember who it was. But I was definitely saying something to one of the signs where I was kind of like, maybe you get into a situation like a job. Maybe you don't like it at first, but I feel like in the future you will really like it. I feel like just the first impression, there's something weird about some sort of first impression. I'm just going to leave it on like at that before I babble on about this all night long. For others, I feel like this is just like a necessary transition. I feel like you're going through a positive change at this time. So love it. Thank you, Gemini. Really appreciate it. All right. Cancer. Let's see here, Cancer. Cancer, you have the butterfly spirit, so I feel like for some of you, you could be, of course, going through a transformation, just like Gemini. I always say to people, it's like so interesting to me that like the two signs next to each other always have very similar messages. And again, Gemini basically had something about transformation or transitioning, and you also have a card of like a transformation. I feel like this card is talking about going through, could just be the period of time that we're in right now. So you could, could just be the coronavirus situation, could represent needing to see the opportunity and the kind of weird beauty of the situation. Without fail, someone always gets offended when I say that, but it is what it is, people, right? We're all stuck in this forever. I always somebody said it again, that I was being too positive about the coronavirus situation. And, like I said to them, like, what should I do? Should I sit here and whine and cry and like worry about it as much as I possibly can? Like, what does that accomplish other than nothing, right? And there are a million things I could do that actually could make a difference in my life or other people's lives, right? Instead of just like going on YouTube and leaving super negative comments about coronavirus on every tarot reader's channel, right? So to me, maybe I am a little too positive about the whole situation, but at the same time, at least I'm making progress, right? Plain and simple. So that person will be the same today, and they'll be the same in 10 years. I won't be the same, right? So, and neither will any of you who are watching me, who are still here, who aren't leaving and disliking the video, right? So, transformation, love it. Next, you have the sun. So, very happy and going through a celebration here as well. Cancer. So I feel like there could be a celebration coming in for you here. I feel like there could also just be good news coming in for some of you as well. So I feel like for some of you, you could be receiving good news here with this card. I also feel like this could just be, for some of you, it could just be like having reasons to celebrate. So I really like to see that. I also feel like I'm getting material success here. So I feel like for some of you, there could be material success coming in for you here with the sun. So I feel like some of you could just be, this could be like financial success. For some of you, I feel like it could also just be like maybe you're getting something that you've wanted for a long time. I literally feel like this could be like it's saying material goods. So it's like maybe you're trying to purchase something, and I feel like some of you could be purchasing something that you've wanted. And finally, you have the Queen of Cups here, so some sort of change in direction here, Cancer. I also feel like this could be like a very healing, supportive energy. So I feel like for some of you, you could be getting a lot of like healing and supportive energy here with this card. So yeah, I like that. For others, I just feel like you could be the person that's offering healing, supportive energy to people around you. So I do feel like that would be good. I do feel like this could be like very good for like energy coming back to you. I just get like, I'm also getting exchange of energy here, which is pretty weird. So, maybe you're exchanging energy or helping people, and that could be very beneficial as well. But I do feel good about this. I've been feeling kind of bad about the Queen of Cups lately, which is weird. Queen of Cups can be like a smothering, on the negative side of things, it can be like a smothering, kind of like insecure energy. But I feel very secure for you here, Cancer. So love it. I feel like this is very good for you. Love it. Thank you, Cancer. Leo. Let's see here. Leo, what is going on for you? Leo, of course, you have the Badger spirit. This says be fearless and be bold. So I feel like you need to be fearless and be bold. For some of you, really weird, I feel like some of you could be, what's popping into my head is more like a bear. Like I feel like some of you are saving energy and I feel like you're kind of like saving it for winter. Maybe that's what it's saying. It's more like saving. So it's like maybe coronavirus has taught you that you need to save more, or maybe it's taught you that you need to be prepared for like leaner times or something like that. But I'm getting like the word survival is what's popping into my head here with this card. So I feel like some of you could just be more focused on like survival in the future, or kind of like putting yourself into a better, more secure position. And I feel like that will make you more fearless, more bold, of course. So I like that a lot. To me, I always say that, for luck, preparation is the answer for luck. If you want to create your own luck, being prepared for luck. But also, if you ever want to overcome fears, like being prepared for fear, or being prepared to overcome some sort of fear is also, kind of like really a good idea as well. So I feel like, kind of being prepared makes you more fearless is what I'm trying to say. So I like it. Next, you have the Eight of Wands, quick success. I do feel like some of you could be experiencing some sort of conclusion here as well. I really feel like there's just news coming in for you with this card. So I feel like there could be positive news coming in with the Eight of Wands, probably news that you've been waiting for. For others, I feel like this could be news from a distance. You have the World card here as well. So I feel like some of you could be communicating with like a person long distance, or you could be communicating with a person from a distance with the Eight of Wands. I feel like just communication. Next, you have the World card. So again, I feel like some of you could be communicating with someone from a distance, like I said. For others, moving or traveling always comes up. It's like you, out of all the signs, Leo, you always get this message of moving or traveling or something along those lines. So I feel like a lot of you could be moving or traveling. For others, I feel like completion, like you're reaching goals. The Eight of Wands is kind of like a card of reaching goals or being successful. And the World card is also a card of completion, reaching goals, and being successful. For others, it is a card of integration as well, and that word is popping into my head. I don't really use the integration meaning very often with the World card, but it is popping into my head. So I feel like some of you could be integrating lessons, or you could just be kind of like embracing lessons that you've learned for a very long period of time. So I like it. That looks really good. I'm getting like this is such a weird message as well, Leo. I'm getting like the Matrix. Like I feel like you are, for anybody who's seen the movie Matrix, I feel like you are kind of like becoming the Matrix. I feel like you're kind of stepping into the energy of the world, and I feel like you're just better able to navigate the world. There you go, Leo. Love it. All right, Virgo. Let's see here, Virgo people. Virgo, you have the Wolf Spirit. This card says turn knowledge into wisdom. So I feel like for some of you, this is about practice is what's popping into my head. So I feel like some of you need to practice something here. Yeah, that's all I'm getting is practice. So what else do we have for you, Virgo? You're never alone. There you go. I feel like there are people who want to support you. I feel like you also have to realize that everybody has to start somewhere. I feel like some of you are like, I feel like this is almost like the fear of rejection is what's popping into my head. I'm not saying that you have the fear of rejection, but it's like I feel like for some of you, let's start over, Virgo. I feel like this is kind of an energy of like wanting to do something, wanting to get started on something, but procrastinating. So I feel like this is like a procrastination type of energy here. Very weird message. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like some of you, this is procrastination. If you're procrastinating, again, I feel like it could be the fear of rejection that is preventing you from starting. So, but I feel like you also need to tell yourself that you deserve something. So I feel like some of you need to realize that you are enough and that you deserve to have something that you want, or you deserve to have something that you desire in your life. And so I feel like you need to like kind of tell yourself that. I feel like you need to tell yourself that you are capable and you are the right person for like a job, like, or maybe you want to be on YouTube. I feel like you need to tell yourself that you want it and that you are capable of doing it. So I don't know. That's what I'm getting, procrastination on those two cards. Next, you have the King of Pentacles here. So I feel that this is kind of like advice for some of you for some reason. The King of Pentacles can represent someone who's like very practical, someone who has like a very solid understanding of things in your life, or someone who has a lot of like a very solid understanding of maybe something that you want to do. So I feel like for some of you that this could almost be like a guide or a person or a mentor that could help you in your life. So I do feel like some of you need to reach out to someone. Again, if you have someone in your life that knows a lot about something that you want to do, I would reach out to that person. And again, it could be male, female, whatever. I don't attach sex to my cards, as I always say. So I feel like this card could be just saying that there's someone who could be really helpful to you here, Virgo. For others, I do feel like this could just be talking about like saving your money, or maybe you're just like getting better with your finances. Even though you have this Five of Pentacles, again, I feel like this Five of Pentacles is just kind of going back to the fear of rejection. Five of Pentacles can be like a card of like feeling left out in the cold as well. But I always say that the Five of Pentacles is kind of my act as if card. The Five of Pentacles says do not draw attention to a weakness, or it says do not draw attention to something that you view as negative. It kind of just says act as if, and you will be successful with this card. The funny thing is, the Five of Pentacles, since we're talking about reversals tonight, Virgo, the Five of Pentacles in reverse represents hope, and it can represent like, well, it can represent a new job as well in reverse, but it also represents like hope and recovery and things like that. So I feel like you need to get started on something here, Virgo. That's all I got for you. So thank you, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Libra, let's see here. Libra people. Libra, you have the turkey spirit. This card says give with gratitude and grace. So I feel abundance for a lot of you. Again, the turkey spirit to me is a card of abundance and success coming in for you. So I feel like there could be a lot of abundance coming in here for you, Libra. To me, I also feel like for some of you, you could be gathering. I feel like you're gathering things together is what's popping into my head. So that's weird. Like I feel like you're gathering, like it's almost like you're building a case is what's popping into my head. This could literally be something like legal, but for others, I feel like maybe you're trying to start a business, and maybe you need a bunch of licenses or something like that. So that's what I mean by like gathering things together. Maybe you're trying to buy a car. Maybe you're trying to, gather the money, and maybe you need like a co-signer or something like that. It could be like, I feel like it could be a billion different things, but I feel like for some of you, I feel like this is saying you will be able to do it. So if there's something you want, and if you're not gathering things together, I feel like this is saying that there are things, there are people, or there are situations, or there is something that will help you. So I feel like you need to start putting the pieces of the puzzle together here, Libra. Next, you have the Chariot. So I do feel some sort of victory for you here with this card. Part of me feels like saying don't give up here as well, Libra. So definitely don't give up towards some sort of goal. I do feel like some of you are trying to buy a car, Libra. So I don't know. This might be for one of you, but I feel like one of you out there could be trying to buy a vehicle or something like that here. And again, like I said, I feel like you will be putting the pieces of puzzle together with that turkey spirit card. That's what keeps popping into my head. Chariot is a card of victory as well. So I feel like there will be a victory. For others, I feel like this is about needing to take action on something here in your life. Mostly because of this right here, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of like secrets, mysteries. It's a card of trusting your intuition as well, but ultimately it's a card of needing to trust yourself as well. It's a card that says you need to trust yourself and you need to take action on something. There is something of great potential. Again, the next card up from the High Priestess is the Empress, which is a card of harvest, and it's a card of going from winter to spring. Winter, right here, right? She is cold as ice. So I feel like for some of you, there is an opportunity for abundance. There's an opportunity to have a harvest, but I feel like you have to take action with this card here. Yeah, you got to get out of your head, Libra. You always have the Nine of Swords. You always get like the Nine of Swords or the Nine of Wands. You always get these nines. And, this is a card of like nightmares, anxiety. This card of like grief, depression, sadness, sleepless nights, all those things. So I feel like you have to get out of your head. And I feel like you need to kind of take action. Very similar to Virgo. I mean, in a lot of ways. This is kind of like saying that you need to realize that you deserve something in your life. So that's that. Thank you, Virgo. All right, Scorpio, let's see. Scorpio, you have the Owl Spirit. So I feel like this card says you see clearly now. I do feel like some of you could be seeing very, very clearly. The other interesting thing is, by the way, here's a little bit of nerdy knowledge for you, is that the Libra have the Turkey Spirit, and you have the Owl Spirit. Turkeys respond to owls for some reason. So there you go. There's your scientific fact for the day, right? But I feel like for some of you, this is saying that you have a lot of wisdom. So use that wisdom. Maybe your useless facts are going to be very beneficial as well. So I'd say don't discount your information. That's kind of what's like popping into my head. Like maybe you have something to share at work or in business. Maybe you're like not sure if you should share something with your boss or in a meeting. Maybe you have an idea and maybe it seems crazy, but I feel like you need to share it. So if that message is for you, I would share your ideas. For others, I feel like you could just be seeing the truth in a situation. Next, you have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like these two cards go together, by the way. So I feel like for some of you, you need to look at all... I feel like this is very simple. I'm actually going to pull you another card here as well, Scorpio. But I feel like for some of you, this is saying like you need to take everything into account. That's the message that's popping into my head with these two cards. So what the hell does that mean, Scorpio? I feel like that means that you could be having to make a decision in your life. And I feel like there are like many different ways to look at the decision, or there could be like many different people that this decision will affect. And I feel like the Magician is just saying, number one, you're the right person to make the decision. Number two, there are just many different like facets in a decision that you could be making, or there are like many different things that you need to kind of look at. So I feel like you're the right person for the job, but I feel like you are kind of like looking at something from many different angles. Not really what the Magician represents, but again, that's what's popping into my head. I read intuitively, obviously, so, that's what I'll say there. But, yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I got. I also pulled the Empress for you, so abundance. Could be a lot of abundance coming in for you here. I also feel like this is creation. This card, to me, represents creation, so I feel like some of you could be creating something new. You could be starting something new, starting a business, job. Could be starting a new project as well. Whatever you're starting, I feel like there will be a lot of success here for you. So I love this. I feel like this is very good for you, Scorpio. So yeah, thank you, Scorpio. Sag. Let's see here, Sagittarius. Sag, you have the Canary Spirit says sing your own song. Of course, I feel like this card says sing your own song. So I feel like you have to kind of like, be your own person. I feel like for others that this could be, I almost feel more like black sheep energy is popping to my head. So I feel like you could be kind of feeling like an outcast at this time, but I feel like saying you're right. So I feel like I've said this to you before as well, Sagittarius. So it does seem like a repeating message. So I feel like for some of you, it's like maybe you don't agree with people at work or in your family or in your life in general. But I feel like you're right. So I feel like you need to I feel like saying stick to your beliefs or stand up to your beliefs. I'm almost getting like Queen of Wands type energy here as well. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying like stick to your beliefs or stick up for yourself or stick up to for the things that you believe in and all that other stuff. So yeah, that's what I get for you. Next, you have the Two of Cups, love. I feel like this could be love for some of you here. For others, it could be, again, getting away from a toxic person in love. So, and you do have the Four of Cups here, which is like, could be moving on to something new in certain ways. I feel like some of you are cutting out toxic energy. For others, you could just be cutting out toxic people in your life with these cards. I feel like I've said this a bunch of times to you, Sagittarius, as well, that you could be like moving away from people, getting away from people who just aren't right for you in general. I feel like I say that to you all the time. So that could be just a repeating energy. The Two of Cups is like trying to find your soul family. Again, if the Two of Cups, if this is not love for you, the Two of Cups is just people you resonate with. It's just people that you enjoy, people you want in your life. So you could be very focused on that. You have the Four of Cups here, the Tower. Yeah, like I said, this could be a breakup for some of you. Definitely could be like Tower moments as well, especially if you're moving away from people or getting away from certain people in your life who no longer serve you, or again, these toxic people as well. That can still, if we're like moving away from someone toxic or if we're getting away from that energy, it's like, it's a good thing, but we could still be sad. So, that could be why the Tower's coming up here. For others, I just feel like healing here. So I feel like some of you could be healing, or you could just be rebuilding after probably multiple Tower moments, not just one Tower moment, is what I'd say to you, Sag. So thank you, Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn. Let's see here. Capricorn, you have the Armadillo Spirit, which says set healthy boundaries. I feel like for some of you that you need to set boundaries at this time. I feel like this is saying like to start relationships off and things like that with healthy boundaries as well. So like maybe people are, kind of like wanting to start start something with you in an unhealthy way. I feel like this is saying like to maintain your boundaries, obviously, in that situation. So yeah, I do like to see this for you. For others, I feel just more of like a withdrawn energy here, but I feel like you're kind of, I would say starting like next week, it feels like to me you're moving away from a withdrawn period of time. So if you have been withdrawn for a very long period of time, I feel like you're moving away from this energy. You have the Death card going through a transformation. And you also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like starting something new. But I really am just getting like end of the road vibes here is what's popping into my head. So I feel like you're getting to the end of like a long process or a long journey. For some of you, I feel like it's literally a process. Like you could have been involved in a legal matter. You could have been involved in, you know, schooling. Maybe you went to school, or maybe you've been in college, or maybe you've been trying to get some sort of certification or something like that. I feel like for a lot of you, this is just saying you're getting to the end of that road. It's like, I feel like this is saying earned reward is what's popping into my head for this Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like you're getting like a reward that you have earned. And again, maybe it's not like a literal reward, but maybe it's like a degree, or maybe you're winning a legal battle, or maybe you're being set free from some sort of situation. So it's going to be different for all of you, but I feel like that's the type of transformation that's popping into my head here for you, Capricorn. So I love that. I feel like this is very good, like freeing energy. I'm pretty sure you had the Four of Wands in your reading as well, if I'm not mistaken, in the weekly reading. So I feel like there could be freedom for you. I love it. That looks amazing. Thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius. Let's see here. Aquarius, you have the Snake Spirit, time to heal. So I feel like some of you could be just withdrawing, healing, taking time to heal, all that other stuff. You also have the Whale Spirit, says trust in the great mystery. Again, needing to trust in the situation that we're all going through, and, you know, all that other stuff. Trust that bigger and better things are coming in for you. I was just, you know, it reminds me, Aquarius, like I've watched like so many of these like videos of people talking about the whole coronavirus thing, and like looking at it from a spiritual perspective, and basically they all just say the same thing, which is just trust that the universe has a better plan for us, right? So, and I do feel like that's true. So I feel like this is about trusting, right? There you go. Next, you have the Three of Cups. Definitely some sort of celebration. Probably more, yeah, I feel like you're slowly but surely being able to maybe socialize more. Maybe you're able to get out there more. For others, I feel like this could be a celebration, as you could be kind of like achieving something that you've been working towards for a long period of time here, Aquarius. The Knight of Pentacles to me is a card of like unwavering faith, unwavering belief. To me, it's a card of like persistence and hard work, and it's a card of patience. It's also like a very reliable energy as well. So you yourself could be very reliable, or you could be having a celebration because maybe someone in your life is reliable, or maybe you're finding love that is reliable. Maybe you're finding a person in love who is there for you. So I feel like I just feel like saying the word reliable is what I feel like saying to you. And finally, you have the Seven of Cups here, Nine of Cups. I feel like once you focus on something you want, you will get it, plain and simple. Seven of Cups is like a card that can represent confusion. It can represent too many choices. It can represent commitment issues as well. But it's like the Seven of Cups says, once we focus on like one cup, once we focus on one thing we want, we will get it. Nine of Cups. So I do feel like there could be a wish coming in for you. And I feel like there could be abundance and like good health coming in for you as well with the Nine of Cups. But I feel like you have to focus with that Seven of Cups. Love it. Looks amazing. All right, Pisces. Let's see here, Pisces. Pisces, you have the Dolphin Spirit. This says this and that are true. This card, to me, represents needing to look at both sides of things that you're dealing with, Pisces. So it can represent needing to see both sides of an issue. For some of you, I just feel like this could be you seeing both sides of an issue. I feel like you could just be seeing kind of like two, it's like you're looking at things from 2 points of view. So that's kind of like what I feel for you here. I feel like that could help as well. Like if you're in a relationship, for example, and maybe it's a good relationship, but maybe there are some problems or whatever. Again, I'm not saying that there will be problems. If you're in a relationship that's positive, this part of the message is probably not for you, Pisces. So, that's what I would say to you. But again, if you are in a relationship where there are problems, I feel like this could be saying like needing to see things from both points of view or needing to come to an agreement is probably the better answer for you. I also feel like this could be saying that, again, kind of looking at things from all angles, which I just said to Capricorn, I think, or who was that? I'm not sure. I think it was like someone else, but whoever I said it to, I feel like just seeing things from all angles will be very beneficial. Next, you have the Five of Swords here, Pisces, Six of Wands. Yeah, very interesting. Five of Swords, can be a card of like disappointments. It can be a card of like fighting. It can be a card of like lost as well. It can represent like an abusive relationship, or it can represent like people who are bullies. That's really what's popping into my head. So I'd be careful of like any of that bullying energy. I feel like if you're getting bullies, I actually feel like it's a good thing, Pisces. I feel like Six of Wands. Like I feel like if people are bullying you, it's like saying that that these people are like jealous of your situation or something like that. So again, people could be jealous of you right now, Pisces, and maybe that's why they are bullying you. For others, I feel like this could represent peace as well. So, again, the Five of Swords in reverse can represent peace after, or like getting to a place of peace after a difficult period of time. So I do feel like some of you that could be happening here with the Five of Swords, but definitely success. And finally, here you have the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This could be definitely a passionate new beginning, Pisces. What's really funny, Pisces, is that I used to say with the Page of Pentacles that to me it represents needing to strike a match. Like it's like a card of needing to get started on something, needing to get moving on something, needing to get something going, in a lot of ways. So I feel like that this is saying that you need to get started on something. I used to say this card represents needing to strike a match, and then boom, Ace of Wands. It's basically like a match. So I feel like for some of you, you are finally getting started on something. Like I feel like there will be a very passionate new beginning here with the Ace of Wands, and I feel like there could be a lot of success as well. I feel like there's like a lot of inspiration here with these two cards, Pisces. So I feel like you are finding a lot of inspiration. I feel like there are a lot of things entering into your life that are giving you inspiration as well. I feel like you just have to see it with this card, the Dolphin Spirit card. It's saying, like, if you allow things to inspire you, they will. So I feel like you need to kind of like see it with these two cards. And I feel like you just maybe need to see things from a different point of view, or maybe you need to talk to people who are different than you. Whatever. It could be about anything. It could be, anything in your life. But there you go. I feel like there's good news, Pisces, as well. Page of Pentacles, again, can represent good news. So I feel like there's good news coming in for you. But love it. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to do a pick a card now. So let's do it. Cards 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. I need like 2 more shuffles here. 1 and 2. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, and 3. And thank you. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. All right. If you pick card number 1, you have the Tower and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel this could just be rebuilding from a Tower moment. So if you pick card number 1, you could have been going through a Tower moment, obviously, or you could have been dealing with like Tower situations, and this could just be you rebuilding with that Knight of Pentacles, or kind of like healing things. For others, it could just be, again, rebuilding like after a breakup or something like that. Next, if you pick card number 2, you have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is quick kind of like success. Definitely could be news. So for some of you, this could be like very good news coming in for you here. Or it could be like, just like good news coming in for you. For others, this could be like a lifestyle change. Knight of Swords can represent kind of like a daily routine change or some sort of lifestyle change in your life. And the Page of Pentacles is kind of like can represent a new job, or it could also just represent something new. So for some of you, I feel like this could be you like starting a new routine in your life, or making some sort of lifestyle change, probably for the better. So I do like that. And a lifestyle change, by the way, could be anything. It could be moving. It could be starting a new daily routine, like I said. It could be traveling, getting a new job, getting a raise, getting a promotion. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So that's what I'd say there. And finally, if you pick card number 3, you have the Devil and the Seven of Cups. I feel like some of you need to be careful of toxic energy or things that are toxic in your life. So that's what I'd say there with these cards. I would just avoid anything toxic with these cards, card number 3. I feel like this is saying, like, do not allow things to distract you from, like, what's truly important. That's what I feel like. For some of you, I feel like you could be getting distracted from something that's, like, very important to you. So it's like maybe you're in a positive relationship, but it's like maybe other people are getting in the way. I feel like this is saying don't allow other people or external circumstances to get in the way of something that's very positive for you. Same thing, like maybe you're starting a business. It's like, I always tell people, if you're starting a business or starting something new, don't talk to anybody because, unless they're going to be super positive. Because trust me, the first thing people do when you're starting a business is they crap all over it, right? They tell you everything that's wrong with it. So, and the advice always comes from people always comes from those who have never lifted a finger, right? So, I would be careful of that type of energy. I feel like this is saying protect your energy and protect something that is good in your life from people who are not, basically. That's what's popping into my head. So there you go. Love it. All right. Thank you, everybody, again for being here. Really appreciate it. I am going to take questions now, and super chats will get preference, but let me figure out where I was. And we will get going here. I answered Ninja, I believe. April, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Could I have a general card, please? And thank you. Yes, of course. You have the Queen of Swords here, April. Perfect timing. And you have the Knight of Cups as well. Could be love, April, although I don't think you're looking for love necessarily. But this could be a Knight in Shining Armor. Queen of Swords being closed off to love. Right? But could be love. Could also be just you being swept off your feet by an idea or something like that. I would say Knight of Cups, he's like looking into that cup. He is dreaming of something that he wants. The Knight of Cups is also a proposal, but it doesn't have to be, a love proposal. This could be like a business proposal. It could be an idea. You could be making a proposal to yourself. You could say, like, how about I do this, right? In like work or business or your job or whatever. So I feel like this could be like some sort of proposal in that sense. Yeah, I feel like you need to adventure. Like, I feel like this is more of like an exploring energy here. I feel like you need to be a little bit patient, but definitely something new with the Page of Wands coming in for you here. And I feel like this could be like a new project or a new creative idea. Page of Wands is literally a new project or a new creative idea. I feel like there's like a lot of success. I love the Knight of Cups for anything in the future. As you probably know, you probably hear me say this all the time. To me, again, this is a card of like dreaming for the future. Kind of like fantasizing in a good way about the future, creating something. So love it. Amazing. Jamie L, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what do I need to hear right now? You have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you have a very important choice to make right now here with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you are like weighing your options with this card, and I feel like only you know the answer. Queen of Wands. So I feel like you know the right answers to whatever choices you're trying to make right now. I feel like you need to be bold, be self-assured, be confident with this Queen of Wands, and I feel like you will make the right choice. So I don't think you can make the wrong choice anyway, but, that's what I'd say there. So I like that, Jamie, actually. Carolina, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, any new love? I would say yes, for sure. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles literally can represent love. To me, the Ace of Pentacles is the path to marriage. It doesn't say you're going to get married, like, right now. It just says that, like, in the future, obviously, you could get married if you wanted to, or it could even just represent a commitment if you don't want to get married. Eight of Swords could just be the quarantine, because we're all, like, in quarantine and things like that. But, yeah, I feel like there's definitely love. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a card of dating, so I would definitely get out there and date. Syria Designs, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will we get the house we just looked at in CCW? I would say yes. I would say yes. The Hangman is a card of patience, but really I feel like the Hangman for you is just saying, like, make sure you have an inspection and, like, all that other good stuff, Syria. Sorry, I lost your question. I want to make sure that I have it here. So hold on one second. So I would make sure to do your research and, all that other stuff. But the Ace of Cups to me is considered, I personally, the way I read, consider it a card of the home. So to me, it can represent, a home. So I would say yes, definitely. Yoti hello, thank you for the super chat, really appreciate it. You say, is the Aries I love going to come back to me soon? You have the 3 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. I would say probably not soon, but I would actually say yes to you. And as I always say, I say no to everybody. So I would say yes, but not soon with the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is waiting, but I do feel like they would come back. Marion, hello. Thank you for this super chat. You say, is there a message I need to hear at this time? King of Wands. King of Wands to me is a card of being very bold, very powerful, very charming, and it's also a card of courage as well. I feel like these are energies that you are embracing at this time. And, it could be love, of course, coming into your life. So if you're looking for love, could be a fire sign who is bold, powerful, charming, all those things coming in for you. But this could also just be you kind of embracing that energy, kind of like going for something you wish for. So I feel like there could be like some sort of wish coming in for you with that 9 of Cups. Love it. Elizabeth Seals, thank you for the super chat. You say, I was wondering if I'm going to meet a nice guy soon. High Priestess, the Sun, I would say yes. High Priestess says get out there, right? As I always say, High Priestess is no action. It says you need to take action, obviously, to find love. But the Sun, a lot of positive attention, a lot of success. So I'd say yes, for sure. Nicole Long, thank you for the super chat. 90% of the staff have been working from home for 2 months due to Corona. I stayed at work the entire time. I asked for 1 day and my boss wasn't happy. Why? You have the 4 of Wands here, Ace of Wands. I mean, these are good cards, Nicole. I mean, 4 of Wands could be, like, maybe they see you as a committed person, so maybe they were just, like, questioning why, kind of. And the funny thing is, Nicole, is that the 4 of Wands, by the way, is a card of a homecoming, so it can represent like wanting to be at home and all that other stuff. The Ace of Wands like a passionate new beginning, but it's also a card of delays as well, I would say, in the reverse, and that's what's popping into my head. I feel like the problem is like they are afraid of delays, if that makes sense. So I feel like that's why. I'm not saying it's true, that there would be delays, but just saying. David, hello. David, I was laughing at your your elevator comment earlier because I can't believe you remember that from like 2 years from like 2 years ago, David. David, for June you have the 3 of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is talking about teamwork or potentially working on a team. I also feel like this could just be talking about like some quality work that you're doing, David. So I feel like you could be working on something of quality, and I feel like that you could be getting recognized for some quality, basically. So like whatever you're working on in June, I feel like you could be receiving recognition for it with this card. It might be in the future as well, but really good card, David. Love it. Nicole, hello. Thank you again for the super chat. You say, I think Dan's trying to get my attention by liking my posts. You say, is he expecting me to start a convo or something? The Knight of Wands here and the Emperor. I would say yes. Basically, the Emperor, as you probably know, Nicole, I'm not crazy about the Emperor in these situations because, the Emperor can represent like immaturity, like poor planning, or it can represent a negative ego as well. But I'm not referring to like, it doesn't necessarily mean like, people always say like ego, right? And they think like a narcissist or something like that. But there can also be ego where somebody is cold or distant, or, people, what I'm trying to say is people display their ego in a different way. Everybody's different, right? So, it can represent like the negative aspects of our ego, but it doesn't mean like a narcissist or something like that. It could just be, quiet or something. But I would say yes to you. Nephilim, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I feel like you will get your stimulus check for sure. I feel like everybody will, but, it's just going to take a while for pretty much everyone is what I would say. So, I feel like it's just going to take a while is what I'd say, but I feel like you'll get it. Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the kind words. Lisa, if you have a question, let me know. Lisa Cassidy. Rome, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, will me and Cass eventually be in an exclusive relationship relationship because I think she's seeing other people. Yeah, the world could definitely represent that her seeing other people, by the way, or dating at this time. Yeah, that could be coming to an end. 3 of Cups, like dating at this time. I feel like it's possible, but for like right now, I feel like she's dating with these cards for the time being. But again, that doesn't mean it wouldn't change in the future. So that's what I'd say to you. Brittany X, thank you for this super chat. Would my great aunt, I think you're saying, would my great aunt let me live with her if I asked? 5 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I would say maybe not, because I'm not crazy about the 5 of Cups. This is kind of like a no. And the 9 of Pentacles is like someone who likes their independence too much, so maybe not, if I'm being honest. I would still ask. Again, I would not, as I always tell people, these are pieces of paper with pictures on them, right? It never hurts to ask. Between Two Worlds, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card of advice concerning Libra. I would be patient is what I would say to you. You have the 2 Wands. 2 Wands is like taking the lead in a situation. It's a card of kind of like standing up for yourself, and it's a card, but it is a card of waiting for results is what I will say. So I feel like you are kind of like being patient at this time, or being patient is the best answer. Bay Area Pride, hello, by the way. Thank you for the super chat. Can you pick a card for me? You have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles to me is like, can be a card of planting seeds. To me, it's also a card of like allowing yourself to receive things. That's what's popping into my head, which is very weird. Yeah, maybe this could be like about allowing yourself to receive love, or it could be about like allowing yourself to receive help or assistance or nurturing energy from someone as well, especially if you're giving a lot of that type of energy out. So I feel like that's what you should be doing at this time here. 8 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's quick success coming in for you though. Love it. Andrea, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, do I have any secret admirers? I would say no with this card. Yeah, I would say no, not necessarily with these cards. Andrea, thank you again for the super chat. You say, should I distance myself from David? I would say yes with the 4 Cups here, 9 of Swords. I would say yes. So yes with these cards. Love D Bay SJC. General, thank you for the super chat. You have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is a card of like kind of like putting in the work and being successful. It's a card of like apprenticeship and learning and mastering your craft. But what's popping into my head is enjoyment as well. It is a card of like enjoying the work that you're doing, or just like enjoying your time and all that. So I feel like that's what you need to do at this time. Katie, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. General card, please. You have the 5 of Wands here. This is like conflict, competition, challenges, like things like that. Yeah, Ace of Swords. This could be like the truth coming in for you, or like some sort of victory coming in for you as well. Definitely like mental clarity is what's popping to my head. So it's like maybe you haven't been mentally clear about like what's going on in your life, all this other stuff. And maybe this Ace of Swords is like clarity coming in. So love it. Lisa, thank you again. You say, is my ex-husband of 8 years ago thinking of coming back? I've had crazy dreams of him. You have the, you say, I've had crazy dreams of him coming back, and it's really unusual as I never dream of him. I would actually say yes to you. You have the, or there's something going on there. Chariot is a victory or movement in the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is one of the only cards in the deck that I consider an ex coming back, or, you know, karma or cycles and things like that. So I would actually say yes to you. Yes. Let's see here. Loretta, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what do I need to focus on with home and work? In the home, you have the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. The 7 of Pentacles is like delayed results, or it's a card of patience, but it's like a card of waiting for something, but it is a card of success. So I feel like there is like success coming in for you, Loretta. The 6 of Cups to me is a card of like gifts and needing to use gifts that you have. These could be spiritual gifts, but they could be other gifts that you have as well, like if you're creative or whatever. You know, we all have gifts, right? So I feel like you need to use those things in the home. For work, you have the King of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups. Love it. This is really good for work. The King of Pentacles is a card of like something permanent work-wise. So, you know, it could just represent having a job that's permanent. The 2 of Cups is like a perfect match in work. So it's saying you are matching up perfectly with the job that you're doing. So that looks really good for work. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles, a lot of stability, a lot of success, Loretta. So that looks amazing. Looks really good. PETA, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, card for my love life. I feel like a love life coming in for you. You have the Judgment card and the Lovers. So the Judgment card is like a rebirth. It just says if you have not had much of a love life, that now you could be kind of like reawakening to a new love life. So I feel like there's just love coming in for you here, and or you could be kind of like making a decision in love. The Lovers is just love. So I feel like there's love coming in for you. Love it. Vaishu and Andrew fam, I'm sorry if I butchered that, but thank you for the super chat. You say here, will payment for, I'm not sure. Oh, I see what you're saying. Will payment for flat go through, and will I move? You have the Five of Swords here and the Six of Wands. I would say yes. Five of Swords can just be moving, by the way. To me, the Five of Swords is not a bad card. So I would say yes. I feel like you definitely will be moving and everything. So yes. Christina, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will Andrew Scorpio see me this weekend? Do you have the Nine of Wands here, Christina? The Nine of Wands, my problem with the Nine of Wands is that it's a card of boundaries. And so I'd probably say no, if I'm being honest with you here. So, Christina Gomez, I should say. I have two Christinas in a row. Christina Gomez, I would say probably not, because, again, Nine of Wands could just say no, basically. Christina, Snoopy Christina is what I'm going to call you now. Thank you for the super chat. You say, please pick cards for someone. I saw someone too. Christina, thank you. Christina is paying it forward. We're going to pay it forward to Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann, we're paying it forward to you. Thank you to Christina. You say, can you please give me clarity on something that's doing me in? I would say yes. You have the Empress and the Strength card. I feel like you're actually in a better position than you realize, is what I'd say to you here. Lisa, this is for Lisa Ann, and you have the Empress, which is a card of abundance. The Strength card is a card of strength, but it's also a card of a display of strength. It's a card of like showing off or coming to the end of like a difficult, long battle and things like that as well. So, and it's also a card of courage. So I feel like you'll be being seen as very courageous. Yeah. Even the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going through a difficult thing, more or less, because the Hermit is normally standing at the top of a mountain. It's like saying that he has overcome a lot of difficulties and challenges. So I feel like you're gaining a lot of wisdom from this in general. San, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, I thought my project was going to end with CCS, but they found extra stuff to complain about. News for CCS, AH, and CLT, all projects I'm working on. I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance from CCS, or, it's like you have the resources to do that project. I feel like you will be fine. For AH, you have the Magician. Again, you have all the tools necessary. The Magician literally says you have all the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities necessary to finish this project and to be successful. So I feel like you'll be very successful there. And for CLT, you have the Star, a wish, definitely dream come true. I love the Star card. So to me, it's a card of like success and abundance. As I always say, the Tower comes before the Star. So to me, the Star can definitely come after working on something or having to redo something or whatever. You know what I mean? But still a very good card. So love it. Amazing. Isha B, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say love cards for me and Daryl, please. Actually, Isha B, I'm going to switch decks because there was only like one card left here. So let me switch it up here. So Isha B, let's see here what is going on for you. Isha, you have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you always like feeling single in this situation right now. I mean, Six of Pentacles is like not enough being invested into the relationship is what I would say to you at this time. It's a card of like things needing to come into balance. The Nine of Pentacles is like feeling like you're single, like I said. So that's what I'd say here. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be more focus brought onto the relationship. Like, kind of like the same thing I always say to you, but I feel like things will improve. Let's see. Brittany X, thank you for the super chat. I would say yes. You say, will I have a new living situation next month? I feel like it's definitely possible. This is a card of freedom. As I always say to you, Brittany, I feel like there's a lot of freedom. It's a card of homecoming as well. So literally can represent the home, and it can also represent success. So I'd say yes, for sure, with this card. Love it. let's see. Between Two Worlds, thank you for the super chat. A big thank you, a big shout out to Between Two Worlds, everybody. We're going to be doing we are going to be doing a collective reading. A big thank you to Between Two Worlds. So let's see here. And the timestamp, by the way, was 1/12/12 for this collective. So for the collective, we have the Hierophant and the Five of Swords. I feel like this is just exactly what's going on right now, because this represents leaving behind traditional beliefs. Neptune and Pisces. I talk about this all the time. Why? Because like nobody talks about it, and it's like probably the most important thing that we're going through. So yeah, Neptune and Pisces is like leaving behind traditional beliefs, leaving behind established beliefs, or not embracing, kind of like changing certain beliefs we have, or questioning established beliefs as well. Like, why the hell do we believe this? So I feel like a lot of people are just doing that right now. Next, you have the Tower and the Eight of Wands. Again, Tower's coming up like crazy tonight. I don't know what's up with that, but I feel like pretty much everyone could be wrapping up from Tower moments. Again, it could just be the whole virus situation. It's just like one big collective Tower moment. The Tower just represents upheaval, right? If really, the whole virus thing kind of like was a major upheaval. It kind of like ruined a bunch of stuff, right? Messed everything up. So I feel like this is just saying that we have all been experiencing some sort of upheaval or some sort of change. And look, we have the Eight of Wands. I feel like this could be good news, or it could also be a quick change. The Eight of Wands represents a quick change, and it's like things are changing. It's crazy because even my brother just told me today that his company that he works for is actually going to make it so now that all the employees are going to be working from home. They're not going to have employees coming back, or like certain employees are not going to be coming back. They're going to still have jobs, but they're just going to be working from home. I again, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I predicted this, said this was going to happen like weeks ago, that I said, major companies are probably going to be like, there's no point in us having people come into work. So it's like, we might as well just let people work from home because stuff still gets done, right? So I feel like that could be a major change that some people are going through, and it probably will happen to more companies as well. This could also just be any other type of change. So I feel like a lot of change coming in here. And finally, we have the Moon, and we have the Judgment card. So I feel like for a lot of people, it's like we're almost at the end, right? It's like the Moon. It's funny that I was talking about the Tower and the Star. The Moon comes after the Star, and, the Moon is kind of like the unseen problem. It's like the Star, the Star is the lady. She's like just chilling out in the water. She's like trying to grow her grass that's outside the little pool that she's sitting in, and she thinks everything is perfectly fine. This is like the little speed bump, the little hiccup that comes along the way, the Moon card. But then you have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is like the end, right? It goes Judgment, the world, the end. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're just like almost at the end is really what's popping into my head. I feel like this could be a lot of clarity as well after a lot of confusion. I've been saying it for like such a long time that, to me, for like the past 2 weeks have been very confusing for me. I know like a lot of other people have said it's been confusing. I feel like other people have been feeling like a lack of motivation as well, or just haven't been feeling like they really know what actions to take in life. It's like there's no direction, in a lot of ways. So I feel like that there's just like a lot of direction, or a lack of direction, but now I feel like this is like the direction coming in from like all the upheaval and all this other stuff that we've been dealing with. So love it. I feel like this is actually really good. I feel like people are going to be feeling more direction next week or something like that. I like it. That looks good. Amazing. Big thank you to Between Two Worlds again. Rome, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, love card for when I go out to AZ. You have the Three of Swords here. This is like heartbreak. I'm not sure what that's about. And the Two Wands. Two Wands says like, really, the situation is up to you. The Two of Wands, by the way, is travel plans, just so you know. And so that's what I'd say there. Yeah, I feel like things will be fine. I mean, maybe you already tried to do this, and maybe there were delays or something like that, Rome. But it's like travel plans, Two of Cups, love. So I feel like things will go really well for you here. I love it. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. You say, do I have secret admirers? Wouldn't surprise me, Nicole. And it also wouldn't surprise me if there's like someone from the past, someone who still holds on to you with the 4-1. So I'd say yes, for sure. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Max Goof. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Should I stop talking with the Aquarius? I would say yes, especially if it's causing like too many problems and things like that. I would say yes for sure with this Five of Wands. David, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. When will I meet future boyfriend, partner, and how can we meet? Queen of Cups, changing direction of love. Hangman, this is like delays is what I'd say to you. Knight of Cups, I like this. This is like a knight in shining armor coming in for you, David, or it's like someone who you really like coming in for you, right? Knight in shining armor type of person here. King of Swords. I feel like you need to definitely put yourself out there. King of Swords. I like the King of Swords, David. I feel like it's you in a lot of ways. And I also feel like, to me, it's like a very like intellectual, very intelligent, strategic like card. But to me, it's also a card of like needing to open up, right? Like needing to put yourself out there for love. So yeah, it's like you've been on a break for a while. Yeah, I definitely need to get out there, David. But I feel like you will find someone very quickly. But gotta get out of your head is what I'd say here. Yeah, I feel like you will find someone either among friends or, I feel like either among friends or online or something like that is what I'd say to you. So that's what I'd say there. Brooke, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, should I pursue Cancer in my life? Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. I would say yes. I feel like you already know the answer to this. Brooke is what I'd say to you. Really weird. I'm getting the word intuition on the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles doesn't represent intuition, but it's popping into my head. So I feel like you intuitively know that this person is interested in you or something like that. And the Ten of Pentacles, really good card. So I would say yes. I feel like you should more flirting, something. Jacinta, thank you for this super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, where will my work choices lead me? Wherever you want. You have the Magician. I love the Magician. The Magician to me says like pick your own adventure, right? I said this to someone the other night about the Magician, or something like that. So to me, this is like a card that says that the sky's the limit, basically. It's a card of like focus, and it just says like if you focus on where you want your this to go, you will be very successful. It's also the card of like inspired action as well. So it just says like if you feel an inspiration to do something and work, do it because it's probably leading you in the right direction. So love it. Alex Salazar, thank you for the super chat. You say D has messaged me again. What are his intentions? You have the Nine of Wands here, Alex, in the Fool. Yeah, probably need to take some sort of leap of faith. Sorry, Alex, my cards are all messed up here. Yeah, I feel like for some sort of fulfillment, so probably trying to take some sort of leap towards you here, Alex. So could be like love or making a love offer. Love it. That looks good. Leanne, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, love cards for the next few days. You have the Seven of Swords here and the Wheel of Fortune. This is like a turnaround in love, Leanne. So if you're like looking for love, this could be better opportunities in love. And this could also just be a lot of luck. Seven of Swords is like fears or worries. So I would let go of your fears there, but that looks pretty good. Christina, hello. Christina Gomez, again, thank you for the super chat. You say, card for Andrew and I, how does he feel about with us both being Scorpios? I wouldn't worry about it. Eight of Cups to me is normally a card of walking away, but really what's popping into my head is looking too deeply into a situation. To me, the Eight of Cups can represent like looking too deeply into something like this. I always tell people like looking at the sun is like the worst thing you could possibly do. To me, looking at the sun sign makes no sense. Like, I've had some like people try to debate me in the comments about this, but I've just seen it too many times. I've known too many people that shouldn't work according to astrology, but they've been together forever and they are extremely happy. So, like I say, I wouldn't even worry about it. Wouldn't even look into it. Lovely couple, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, will guardianship court case 6-1-20 be dismissed? I feel like there will be justice here, so I'd say yes. I mean, this doesn't look like a dismissal to me, but I feel like there could be like some sort of offer or settlement, something along those lines. Or, again, it could be an offer for dismissal. This looks like justice, though, with the Queen of Swords, so I'd say there will be justice in this situation. Lovely couple, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, and how's outcome look for my Saggy Son's court case? You have the High Priestess here, Strength card. This is like Patience, Knight of Wands. this is like needing to be patient. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. The High Priestess is a card of like intuition, so needing to trust your intuition on how this is gonna go. Strength, patience, so there could be like more delays and things like that. Knight of Wands, not a bad card though. It's a pretty good card, the Knight of Wands. Love D Bay SJC. Why do I feel like I'm frozen? I hope not. But anyway, Love D Bay SJC. I answered your super chat like a while ago. Don't really remember when that was, if I'm being honest with you, but I answered it. Elizabeth Seals, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, can you pull a card for me? Yes. You have the Devil and the Knight of Pentacles. This could be a Capricorn coming in for you. Again, the Devil, to me, is not a bad card, actually. I kind of go both ways on the Devil. To me, it can be a card of, like, addiction and, greed and, like, all that other bad stuff and obsession and all this other stuff. But it could also just be a Capricorn. So, like, if you're looking for love, which I think you are, I just answered a question about this, right? But this could be a Capricorn coming in for you. This could also be you just like working towards, you could be removing toxic energy from your life, could be anything, and you could just be working towards better, bigger and better things. So I love it. Brittany X, thank you for the super chat. You say here, is someone trying to return from the past? I would say no. The death to me is kind of like things ending. You know what I mean? So it's like things coming to an end or moving on. So I would say no. San, I would say no. I feel like you have to put in the work here, San. 8 of Pentacles. Putting in the work. Nicole, you say here, describe them. I think you're referring to your admirer is what I would, that's where I feel like you're going with this, right? Is what I would say to you. You have the World, which says date, so it probably doesn't matter who they are, honestly, but the World could represent someone who travels, someone who is worldly, someone who is probably not from where you are from, is what's popping into my head. Would make perfect sense to me, is what I'm trying to say. Nicole, I've been saying this to Pisces for like, I don't know, 3 years now. To me, there's a ton of astrology for Pisces in the area of long distance relationships, but it doesn't have to be a long distance relationship. It's a little bit misleading, the astrology, to say that. So really, there's just a lot of astrology, as far as I'm concerned, that could represent someone coming in from a distance or someone who is from a distance, but they could live where you are, if that makes sense. So they could just be from far away. They could be from another country or something like that, but they could live right where you are, basically, if that makes sense. So I do feel that here. 2 of Pentacles, probably someone very fun and probably someone who likes to have fun as well. Probably someone who's multi-talented is what I'd say. Yeah, lovers. It could be someone from the past, Nicole, as well. But, yeah, that's what I'd say to you. Eloise, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I get an outcome I want for work? I would say yes, Eloise. I love this card. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like a promotion or, kind of like a new... Really, Eloise, what I will say is that the Ace of Pentacles represents new income. So that's why it could represent a promotion, because it's just like something new or you getting something new from work. So love it. That looks really good, Eloise. I would say so, yes. Awakened Empress, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say general card for upcoming weeks. You have the 6 of Cups here. 6 of Cups is like a gift from the universe. Awakened Empress. So to me, it can represent like gifts. It can also represent like good news coming in, like not really good news, but kind of like good. It can kind of represent good news. Queen of Pentacles, resources. I feel like you're getting the resources you need at this time, or it's like you're getting the things you need at this time. I love it. Really good. Keezy Bay, what is up? Thank you for the super chat. You say card for Scorpio and I. Queen of Wands, I feel like this is you. Justice, perfect balance. I feel like this is good. Queen of Wands to me is just a card of desire. It just says like that the two of you could be keeping the desire alive in this situation. And the Justice card is just balance. Like I feel like it's perfectly a balanced situation. So I feel really good about this. I feel like this is very good for you. Eloise, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. For the next 7 days, you have the Empress and the Sun. Eloise, like the best cards in the deck. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of success coming in for you here. The Sun is like good, like a celebration, but it can also represent attention as well coming in for you, and just happiness. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness, a lot of good things coming in over the next 7 days. And the Empress, you can't beat that. So love it. Isha B, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Isha, where's your question? Oh, here it is. You say, did Jazz really contact me for business? Or is she trying to be nosy? I feel like this is for business, is what I'd say to you. Ace of Cups to me is just like a good card in general. So to me, it's just a card of happiness. And you can represent love and everything like that, but in this situation, it would just say happiness or, good news. And the Three of Wands is probably the truth. The Three of Wands is like a card of teamwork, and very in particular. So I feel like it could be for teamwork. So yeah. Nicole, you have the Ten of Wands here and the Page of Swords. I'd say probably not. Is what I would say to you, especially because of all the retrogrades that we have right now. And the other thing is like, Nicole, obviously I don't know your astrology chart, so it's kind of hard to say. And you were born towards the end of Pisces, and Nicole, you were born in Australia, so who the hell knows where Venus is going retrograde for you? But Venus is going retrograde in like Pisces' 4th house for most Pisces, so which doesn't really have to do with love, but it has to do with like comfort zone. So I would be very careful, of kind of like going back to the past. I wouldn't say no. I would just make sure that you're going back, if you do, for the right intentions or whatever. Rhonda, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it, and thank you for the super chat. Isha B, thank you for the super chat. Again, you say advice cards for Daryl. You have the Nine of Cups, Make a Wish, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is like a card of a victory. It's a card of good news and a card of success, Isha. But to me, it can also, basically, to me, the Six of Wands can represent burdens in the past. So it can represent all the difficulties that you've gone through in the past with him, or all the challenges that you've gone through, but it's still a good card, so I feel like things will go well. I would like communicate more with that Six of Wands with this card here is what I'd say to you. The Nine of Cups, if I was being super, super picky with this card, Isha, what I would say here is that the Nine of Cups is too independent. All nines there's like one person on the nine here, and they're just wishing for themselves. So, if I was being super picky about this, it can say that, it can represent like laziness. It can also represent a card. It can be a card of kind of like looking for results too quickly. So it can kind of represent needing to slow things down in the relationship. So that's what I'd say there. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Card for Virgo me. You have the Five of Cups here, Page of Pentacles. Five of Cups, Alex, to me is not good. So Five of Cups, it's not bad, but it's a card of like feeling abandoned by a situation. The Page of Pentacles to me is like someone new coming in here. Three Cups, celebration. It's not bad is what I'd say to you, Alex, but I feel like there could be like new love coming in for you still with the Virgo. Carolyn, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, me, Cap, and Pisces, love. I would say here, yes, definitely is what I'd say to you. I dropped a card as well. Yes, definitely. So the Carolyn, the Ace of Swords actually came up like this, I should say. To me, it doesn't really matter like where it shows up necessarily. But the King of Wands is like nurturing something into existence. It's like kind of like putting something together, making something happen. But it's a card of like raising something up. The Ace of Swords, a victory. Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty. Family. It's a happy home, happy family card. So even if you don't want to have a family, it doesn't matter. It can just represent, being with someone and, having a commitment with them. So yeah, that looks really good. I love it. Nicole, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Are guys scared to approach me or what? It's like they drop hints by liking my post, or they respond to it with something minimal. Why not just talk? I would say no. I just feel like you haven't found the right guys is what I'd say. But yeah, I feel like maybe you're attracting, this is like shy people that you're dealing with here, is what I'd say. King of Pentacles could be like a little withdrawn, I guess. Can be a little bit more on the reserved side of things. So I wouldn't say they're like scared, but I would say, more withdrawn. I feel like this will change for you, Nicole, in the future. Six of Swords, improvements. So that's what I'd say there. All right. Actually, I might not be caught up, believe it or not. All right. Okay. I think I'm all caught up here, people. So if I have not answered your question, I will take a few more questions. Actually, I have a couple more super chats coming in, but that's all right. Awakened Empress, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say cards for love life. You have the Strength card here and the Ace of Wands. I'd be patient, but this is like a very good card for patience is what I would say to you. But the Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. So very good for love. Yeah, the Magician. Magician to me is very specific. Magician says get very, very specific about the type of person you want. It's like once you become specific about the type of person you want, you will get it. So that's what I'd say there. But yeah, I would get out there and date. World to me is a card of dating. Christina, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, when I have more free time next week, will Andrew and I have movement in our relationship in the future? We both are busy and don't want to lose a connection. I would say yes. I love the Ten of Pentacles for love, as you know. Christina, to me, it's the best love card in the deck, even though it's a Pentacle card here. So, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, I would say yes, for sure. So, yeah, I feel like there will be a turnaround. I feel like there will be a lot of benefits here. So, yes, no doubt about it. Definitely is what I'd say to you. Yeah, I feel like this is like permanent, Christina. So, I like it. Patricia, you say, will my Taurus contact me? I would say no. This looks like a falling out to me, if I'm being honest. Rhonda says, I was told I have a strong personality. How do you change so a good man doesn't run? Well, I would say you don't change is what I would say to you, because you need to find someone who wants you for you, as cliche as that is. But you have the Knight of Cups. Could be a Pisces, by the way. Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. So I love that. Carla, will Ben and I meet soon, have chemistry? I would say yes. Chariot, victory. So I would say yes. Ninja, you have the Queen of Pentacles, increase in resources. So I'd say yes. Arzu, hello, and thank you for the super chat. You say here, is there a third party? This to me would not represent a third party, but there's definitely regrets here. So I would say I do feel like it's possible, is what I'd say to you here with the Five of Cups. Seven of Pentacles says that you will find out in the future, because it's a card of delays, but it says that you will find out in the future. Queen of Swords is also kind of like a card of the truth as well. So, I feel like you will basically get the truth here, but I do feel like saying yes, if I'm being honest with you. So that's that. Sandy, yes, of course you do. Yvonne, anything in love for me? You have the Four of Pentacles. I'd let go of the past. Nine of Swords. Could be an air sign. I do feel an air sign coming in for you. Ida, will Pedram reach out to me himself? I would say no. I feel like you have to reach out to him with the Nine of Wands. Rhonda, oh my god, Robin, hello, thank you for the super chat. You say, will I find out if I have summer school soon? Yeah, I'd be patient is what I'd say to you, but I feel like you still will. Two Cups, perfect match, happiness, Robin, good things. So that's what I'd say to you. Haley, I would say yes. Knight of Pentacles, so I'd say yes. T-Troy, what's up? T-Troy, you have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you need to get started on something. Six of Pentacles to me is a card of balance. It's a card of like, it can be a card of getting moving forward on things. It's a card of like giving, receiving. It's a card of generosity as well, but it can also be a card of like needing to get started, needing to get moving on something. It's a card that says start planting seeds. Robin, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, do the big bosses know I am helping other teachers? I'd say I don't know. I don't think they know. I feel like they should know, though, Robin. But I don't. This is like too independent. Shivangi, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but you say, I want genuine love, but my love life feels stagnant. It disappeared, so I can't answer your question. I'm not sure what you were going to ask. A lovely couple. You have the Seven of Wands here. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, but I would say yes to you. Seven of Wands is a good card. It's like a card of defending yourself or defending your position, but it is a card of success. Shivangi, I would say let go of your fear. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. So I feel like there's success coming in for you, is what I'd say to you. So that's that. Ninja, thank you. Sally, hello. You say, will my son Josh ever get a job? I would say yes. This is like a celebration. 10 of Cups. So I feel like you will be celebrating when he gets a job. Yes. Elaine, you say, where the heck is it? I have a legal issue coming up, and will I have a better outcome? You have the Page of Wands here, Ace of Swords, victory, justice. So I would say yes. This is a very good. So yes. Robin, will programming specialist tell Big Boss I am helping? I would say no. I feel like you should say something, or these are always tricky situations, right, Robin? But I would say probably not with the Five of Pentacles, because it's a card of feeling left out in the cold. But I feel like they will find out with that Queen of Cups. But I would, brag about yourself or something, if you catch my drift. But all right. I'm going to cut this off here, people. I've been going almost 2 hours practically. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I definitely will be here at the regular time. For some reason, I thought I had something else to do, but I don't. So I'll be here regular time. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. And have a good night.